Time, whatever you need to do, no worries. So we're recording you on video, but talking to you through the phone.
It's not letting me do it from my phone and then do it on this. So I got to call from a different phone. So give me one quick second.
Okay, no worries. Take your time, no worries.
Yep.
He said he's going to have to use a different phone, so he's calling from a different phone.
So you two, I won't turn your headphones up because I hear it now. Yeah. So I'll turn that up and the mic up when you guys hear it. But if you want to hear him, just maybe at one point put it near you. Just let me know. Yeah, I was gonna say I was wondering where that was coming from.
All right, let me put.
Zuli is so
Let me put
really
this
talking
on.
through the iPhone. Through the system.
Did Zeki? No, can you check on Zeki and the drinks?
In her.
Okay. Hey, Jose.
Hello, can you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you well. Do you hear me good?
Yes, I have like two phones right now.
Okay. Because you're okay. I got you. If you feel set up and ready, we can start. But if not, go ahead and take your time. Are you good? There's no rush. Like we're pre-recording, so it's not a rush.
What happened?
I said since we're pre-recording, there's no time crunch for us. We're good.
Okay. Yeah, for some reason I can't hear you guys properly.
Oh, he can't hear us yet. He can't hear us that good yet.
You're in the mic. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you clearly now. Can you hear me clearly?
I hear you really well. Do you see me? Can you see me in the video?
Yes, I see you in a little corner of my screen.
Oh, okay. All right. I see you better now. You're enlarged on my screen, so that's good. So are you ready? Let's get this party started.
Yes.
Awesome. Thanks so much for being here. It's so fun to have you. So I always start my, before we start the interview with a little bit of music. I think you're going to recognize this song. You could tell me if you know if this song means anything to you. I saw that you were listening to it on your YouTube videos. Do you hear it?
Yes.
Do you hear it?
I do. Yes, I do. That's one of my YouTube videos. Yes.
Yeah, it's on your YouTube video.
One of my vlog videos that I did. Yes.
Yeah, I loved your vlogs. I saw them all. Did you see? I don't know if you got to see that I commented on all of them because you were down in Miami, which is my birth. I wasn't born there, but I grew up there. So.
Oh wow.
I recognized everywhere that you went.
Good. Yes, I have to start building and doing more vlogs.
You do, and I put one of my comments was I want you to go back and do South Beach because South Beach is so fun.
Yes.
So I don't know if you can see. I've got some balloons in the background, and I'm drinking I'm drinking right here, celebrating this moment for all of us here.
Mhm.
Because just really excited about what we're about to talk about. So I know that this song was in your video. Is there a reason why you kept it? Why you selected it or why you used it?
Because when I was in Florida, I was thinking of, as I edit the vlog, I like to put like music backgrounds or whatnot. So when I was in Florida, there was this couple had like a little radio station and they had that song going on. So I pre-recorded on like iPhone, like you have a little like voice memo type thing. So I can remember which song. I searched it up and everything so I could put it in my video as like a memory flashback every time I see the vlog.
Okay, yeah. So that makes sense that you heard it when you were in Miami. So all right. I was like, I wonder why that video was playing and why he chose it. It's just a fun song. I love that song. It's such a positive song. The words about there's always somebody that cares for us in life. I actually, it's a new song to me, so I was cheered up by it, and I thought it was cool that you selected it for your video. So All right. Well, we're gonna start like officially right now. So we are here today with model, blogger, musician, and entrepreneur Jose Laracuente. Jose is a published high fashion runway model who at this time of his career has been featured on billboards in Times Square, walked in the New York Fashion Week runway in 2021, and will be doing it again in February. He's been published in the prestigious My New York magazine several times and is now going to be featured for the next 3 months in their 2022 calendar. Jose, is there any other highlight that you would like to add at this time that you might want to spill the beans here on JVS Radio?
Okay. Well, I can't really spill the beans as that. I do have some other stuff in the works coming out with other people. So everybody, please stay tuned. I do have another magazine coming up as well with a different person. Can't really say much, but yes. So
okay, I understand. I tried though, guys. I tried. So, but I do know what you were doing this morning, which was I know that you got up early for a shoot, and because you told me you were traveling, and so how did that go?
It went pretty good. I won't lie. The weather was cold, but you got to get the work done. I was early in the morning, woke up and did the shoot.
Well, I want to ask you, do you have like a special skincare routine that you do or anything like that? Or are you just naturally this good looking?
Yes. So it's all about skincare. It is. I believe in skincare. Before I go to sleep, I moisturize a lot. I do a couple face masks here and there, not a lot, and I just try to stay hydrated, with my face and make sure, I get all of my face. And to be honest, I'll tell you guys a little secret. I use Vicks for my face. I know it sounds weird, but put in Vicks in your face before going to sleep helps a lot, as you can tell.
Oh, you're saying
yes.
Vicks, like the kind that you use when you're sick for, like when you need a little bit of
Right.
menthol.
Yes, I use Vicks for my face.
Oh, I love that tip because that is an affordable one. So that's great, Jose. That's great to know. That's so cool.
Well, clean out your pores and yes, it will burn your face because obviously it's Vicks, but it's doing the process. It's cleaning it out. And then in the morning, you wake up, you wash your face, you wash all that Vicks, and then you just moisturize your face. I use a lot of unscented smells, and I just moisturize my face, put lotion, and I'm good for the day.
That's really cool. That's really cool. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to try that tomorrow as soon as I buy some Vicks because I will take the pain for the beauty.
Yes, beauty is pain.
Beauty is pain. That's true. So that's awesome. So, this show, Dream, is like the place where I try to discover my favorite people's secrets to success. And so that others can be inspired to reach for their dreams too. And I'm very inspired by Jose's journey up to this point because Jose and I actually met before either of us hit our current levels of success. So, Jose, would you like to take a stab at explaining that story of how we met?
Yes. Yes, I would love to go on a memory lane. Yeah, so we met through VIP Ignite. VIP is just to help other entrepreneurs, other models as well, to get into the level that they're at. That much I can say. And we met through there, and we met also through a party. There was a Zoom party at that time because it was COVID, and we were still quarantined, so everything was live through Zoom. So we did a live party, and I remember the music was there with a DJ. There was lights everywhere, and you saw Zuli here dancing, and I was over here. I was in my living room, but dancing as well. I didn't. Just having a good time on live. Yes, it sounds,
oh my God,
a little bit off, but you gotta have fun, especially when you were quarantined. So
Mhm.
yeah, so that's how me and her met, and then from there, it's history.
Yeah, exactly. I love that you explained it so well because there's a couple things about that I love, which is that we were the ones that did show up to that Zoom party at the beginning of the pandemic. Because I don't remember a lot of people being there, but Jose had like his lights. I remember him having like two lights in his hand. And so he was like ready to dance with his lights. And
Yes,
I was like, he is the fun guy. Like, he knows how to liven
yes,
up a
I'm always
party.
one guy of the party. Correct. Yep.
So that was awesome. And honestly, that was like a highlight for me of that time of life because everything had become so shut down, and I was ready to go to that Zoom party with our acting coach who invited us. So that was really fun. It was a fun way to meet you. So I'll never forget that. Can you tell us a little bit about your background? Like I know that as we were talking, we realized that we're both Spanish, and so you were in Miami and listening to some Spanish music. What exactly is your heritage, and what do you love most about being connected to that heritage?
Well, I'm Puerto Rican. I was born in Mayagüez, Puerto Rico. So go shout out to all Boricuas out there.
Woohoo!
Um, uh, and I just love my heritage. I love the music. I love, as you guys know, I am musically inclined. So the thing that impacts me the most is the music, the Latin music, the flavor they put in that song that they be added in there, and that's what I like the most about my heritage is that,
Yeah,
music us is like a way of expression, a way, how to express ourselves when we're feeling sad, when we're feeling happy, you put some good merengue, bachata, you put some good music and that's it, your whole day changes completely, So
absolutely. So true. I'm the same way. And I think a lot of humanity just is so inspired by music. There's like a famous quote like music succeeds when words fail or like something like
hmm
that. Like music succeeds where words fail. And it's so true. And so yeah, tell us a little bit more about that musical talent that you have. What is it? What is it? What do you play?
so I play the drums, um, I play piano, and I play a little bit of bass, and I do a little bit of vocal coaching, singing as well. Um, uh, I've been playing the drums since I was 13 years old. My mom is musically inclined. My mom plays piano. My uncle plays the drums. My aunt sings. My other uncle plays the drums, play piano. Well, my whole family is all musically inclined as well. So music, and being a musician is in my blood, is in my veins. I
Yeah,
catch music this quick. I catch a tone of somebody quick, and I just love playing.
that's so
And
cool.
that's I'm still in the process of trying to learn the guitar little by little, but I think I'm gonna get there.
For
So yep.
sure. Yeah, I think once you know one instrument, from what I've seen in my own like kids, you get one instrument, and then that leads you. It's easier to learn the next one, kind of like languages. You know, one it leads to learning the next. So that's cool. That's cool. Hey, so tell us a little bit about like. I know that you played in your church band, or you play for the church. Can you tell us a little bit about that, like your experience with music and how
Of
that
course,
ties into the church?
a lot in my local churches around the city, around Rochester as well. I do play in my local church as well. The drummer, piano is there. Wherever they need me, I'm there. And yeah, I just love to play, and I played in different events as well. Um, and I think that yeah, that's about it. I don't really have a garage band per se, but if you're out there, you want to be in a band, let me know. No, let me stop. But yeah, so
Hey, guys, he just put out an opportunity there. Make sure you
as
follow him on YouTube or wherever so you can connect with him. Well, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
and
That's so cool. Well, I know that from looking at your social media that God is mentioned in probably every single post. So I definitely see that you're a man of faith. And in fact, I saw that you modeled some clothing for, I think it was a Christian or religious brand. Um, so, so how important is your faith to your success, or how has it impacted your career so far?
Well, my faith, to be honest, is the most important thing in my life. My world goes around, the faith that I have in God and the trust. I remember, and when I first started this journey, I even asked God. I'm like, God, is this for you? Open the doors that you want me to go through. If not, just close them. Close them. Is this is what you want? Then help me in this journey. Help me achieve where I want to achieve. And I've always trusted Him and Him only. And if I know that an opportunity is there, but they're not giving it to me, I know it's not from God. And that's faith. Just trusting that, okay, even though you wanted it so badly, it didn't happen. God has something bigger and better for you. So
Yeah.
I've always put Him in the center of it all, and everybody knows that. My coaches, my other model friends, they all know that,
That
that God is my center of my life.
that is beautiful. Honestly, that you are able to say that with so much confidence, and I think that's encouraging for a lot of kids that are wanting to get into the modeling or music or even acting industries. To see somebody that actually speaks about their faith in that way, that's really cool, Jose. And I'm inspired by your ability to do that. That's great. So I wanted you to take us to the moment when you got your vision. Like, when did you get that modeling bug?
That modeling, like, vision type thing.
Yeah, when did you get that modeling vision? And a second part of that question is, what mental, financial, or physical obstacles did you face when you decided when you were thinking about doing it?
So I'm gonna get a little bit personal, guys. Here, I don't really to get personal, but this is a podcast and a radio station, so I'm trying to, you know, but my whole modeling career started. I'll be honest with you, 4 years back. 4 years back, I was down. I felt really insecure about myself, who I was. I didn't have an identity. I didn't know, who I was. There was a point in my life that I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror. I couldn't. I'm like, you're ugly. I couldn't even look at myself until one day, I woke up and I just started scrolling through Instagram. And this is how it legit happened. I started scrolling through Instagram, and then all of a sudden, I see this whole modeling agency type thing, and I started looking at different modeling, and then it sparked, my whole mentality about modeling. And at first, I'm like, I'm not even gonna do it because if I can't even look at myself in the mirror, I feel so insecure about myself. Like, it's not even worth my time. So that's when I started with, as you guys know, VIP, and I started with VIP just as a, as in a joke type of way. I just started let me just see how everything goes and see. And then after connecting with so many people with with the VIP, and actually knowing, I remember, I'm like, this is my passion. I remember I did my first photo shoot, and I was like, the results of it, I was so impressed in myself, that I found a passion, something that I love, within the modern industry. And from there, everything grew in a way. Financially, it was hard. I'll be honest with you. Financially, it was hard because by that time, everybody, again, it was COVID, quarantine, etc. And financially, it was tough. And these model agencies that I was going to, I'm not gonna mention no names, but they were asking for a lot of money. Asking for $2,000, $5,000. Oh, you want a good photo shoot? You gotta pay about $7,000 to $8,000. And stuff like that. I didn't have the money for it. And I won't lie, it was discouraging. It was discouraging until one day, there was this guy that called me, and he called me and he told me, hey, there's a runway in Miami, in Florida, that I want you to come, blah, blah. So at first I thought it was a joke, but I started to search him up. And he was legit. I was like, oh, snap. I don't know how he gonna came across my page, but thank you, God, stuff like that. And then from that fashion show on, everything was just amazing. And the good thing about this whole modern thing, yes, people think is about, the fashion and, the walk and stuff. Me, I'm a people's person. So me connecting with so many people on the daily is just awesome and amazing. And I found my passion. My insecurity was gone. I started to love myself even more for who I am, the way God made me. And yeah.
That is amazing. Like, I kind of want to go back to a little bit of the beginning of that, only because I think it will help people to really understand how insecure you felt. So you literally, when you would look in the mirror, did not like what you saw?
Correct. Yep. I didn't. You know how when you get disgusted by something, I disgusted my own self by looking at myself, if that makes sense. Like,
Yes.
I used to go to work and I didn't care what I had on because I'm like, I don't really care. I will still be me. I still look, you know what I mean? Like that, feeling.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I've
Yep.
been there too. Yes, I think most people are there because most people aren't necessarily born with what they think is incredible beauty. And, it's just
Mm-hmm.
insecurity, I think, is more than what it is actual lack of beauty. So, but that's amazing, Jose, that you felt that way, and now you're like on the billboards in Times Square. Like, how how wonderful is that? And I know that from hearing you talk, that you give God all the credit for that, for opening those doors, because that's like another amazing thing you said, that they came across your profile. You just put yourself there, and they found you, and they invited you, and you said yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Without knowing I was going to expect, without knowing nothing, I just said yes. And I'm like, you know what? God, you're in control. I'm just going to go. Let's see what happens. If it is what it is, if it's not, then it's not. And then that's when I came out with my brand, JL Styles. My brand is to show people that it doesn't matter your shape, your size, your color. You are you, and your beauty in the inside and out is what's important. And that's why JL Styles is out there.
That's
To let
awesome.
people know.
That's awesome. I did take a look at your merch, and I love it. It's so nice. I really do. And everyone should go on his page and go on to his store and buy something. But that's awesome. So you started JL Styles back then? Like, is it a few years old?
No, it's actually a year.
A year.
It was recently. It was like last year when the vision came into my head.
Okay.
And I'm telling you guys, it came through a dream. That whole jail styles. It was. I had a dream one night. I woke up. I told my friend that he was in it. I'm like, man, I saw this store, a local store. And when I looked up, it says JL Styles. I don't know, bro, but we gotta do something, and that's now. So then we started praying, thinking, everything, creating it, and it was just awesome. Yeah. And
That
he
is
gets us to
awesome.
tell you because he was there. He's my designer for my logos, for my brand. So
See, that's awesome. When you actually need a team and you need people to be on your team, it means that you have a lot to give. You have a lot to give to the world. So that's awesome, and congratulations on your line. That's amazing. And so I read no, let me see. I think that you have just actually filled in a couple of my questions that I had for you. And that's
oh,
awesome. That's awesome. But I remember that when I saw the post that's Santa Croce models, is that how you say it? Santa
the
Croce?
what, my
Santa Croce? Santa Cruz? I don't know if it was
then?
misspelled, but
Yep,
it was
yep,
the one where you said, I remember you said this. You said, once I stepped on that stage, I knew instantly that's where I was meant to be. Is that the one that you're saying was in Miami?
yep. Yep. That's who I started with them. Santa Course. Yep.
Okay. That's so fun, guys. Go to the bottom of his Instagram. You will see that post. And I remember when he posted that post because I remember seeing it. And I remember just being
That's
like, wow, Jose's making it. Oh my gosh. I was so excited for you, for real. And that's
yeah.
like, that post is as exciting to me. And I literally could get teary-eyed as your New York Times one. Because if you don't go to that first one, that's the scariest, that you have no idea if it's legit, if you're wasting your time and your money, you'll never ever make it to the Manhattan.
And I remember, guys. So as I was speaking about you guys about the financial and et cetera and stuff like that, and it was hard. And God knows, the financial crisis. And even though I had a job, it was still kind of difficult to pay. So the guy who called me, I remember I was like, do I have to pay anything? Because it's a runway. I'm gonna walk in a runway. There has to be something. And it can't be like I was in shock if he didn't charge me nothing.
Yeah.
But when I went over there, and they was like, "Oh, you're Jose." I'm like, "Yeah." Do I have to pay anything? And the guy was like, "Nope, I got you already. I just need you to walk." I was like, God, I don't know what you're doing, but let's do this. Let me just walk. And it was awesome.
That's
amazing.
Awesome. That's amazing. Okay, tell us the truth. Had you practiced like a lot of walking before that, or how did you do it? How did you? Yes. You did. Okay.
Yeah. So I practiced a lot of walking, especially when I got there, because when I got in there, that was my actually first runway. And I kind of connected with other male models that were there just to teach me the ropes. I'm like, hey, I'm kind of new. Can you show me how to walk properly? So that's when, I did a little bit of training there, but then I ended up going to JC Models in Connecticut, a training school for models, and where they show me how to pivot, how to pose, how to walk in an actual runway. That was, what is it? A 12-week class, correct? Yep, 12 weeks class. And it was fun. That class was fun.
See, I love this part of the story because I always tell people, you don't need to be great to start. You need to start to be great. And so you went to your first runway show, not even feeling totally 100% confident that you knew what to do, and yet you did it. And then that led to being able to go to the school to actually really develop it and polish it. So that's why I love to write about success and I love to write about encouraging people, motivating people, not to let anything stop them. Because, look, you got there and the guy said you don't even have to pay anything. So many times people just put obstacles that aren't real. Don't put an obstacle that's not real until you get to that obstacle, actually. Is what I like to say. So, all right. So that was then, and this is now, and you're getting ready to walk in New York Fashion Week next month, right? In February?
Yes, from February 10th all the way to the 14th. I'm going to be working with High Tech Moda.
Okay. And there are tickets that can be bought to go to that, and you can go right on his page, his Facebook page, his Instagram, and you can purchase tickets, I think, right? That's a good way to find it? Okay, perfect. And so, we have a couple guests here in the studio with us, and they're, young people that are just starting, their lives, too. And they've been listening, and one of them, her name is Grace. She has an amazing voice. She's a beautiful singer. She's extraordinary. And I just wish that she would pursue this to the end because I would love to see but she's also talented in graphics. She's talented in so many ways. So it's like, okay, take her pick. But my pick is her voice right now. But anyway, Grace is going to ask you, she's going to give you some feedback and talk to you for a minute here about her thoughts on what you've shared so far. And you're not going to see her, but you're going to hear her voice.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Jose. I'm Grace. I just had a question for you.
Yes.
I was wondering, what was the biggest positive lesson that you've taken away from reaching your dream this far?
I can barely hear you, Grace.
Oh, sorry. Yes. I was just wondering what your biggest positive lesson that you've taken away from reaching your dream so far was.
My biggest positive lesson.
Mm-hmm.
From going on this journey and from actually pursuing your dreams, what's like the biggest takeaway for you so far?
Oh, my biggest, well, it will be never giving up. Even though it seems that people won't have your back, I believe you should never give up. Because at the end of the day, are you doing this for them or are you doing this for yourself? You know what I mean? Like, are you doing this? So my thing is that don't ever give up. Yes, there will be opportunities that you want that are not for you, but yes, there will be opportunities that are there and that you will receive, and you will grow from it. So my biggest is never, trust me, I have a lot of step downs, a lot of letdowns, and I still haven't gave up, because this is what I want. And if you have the passion and the dream for it, just go. Give it your 110%, So, yep.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's really encouraging.
Of course.
Okay, and then we also have Noah. We have Noah in the studio with us, and he is a aspiring musician. He wants to also make music, like what's that called, mixing music and producing music. Aside from the fact that he's a violinist and an amazing guitarist. So Noah's going to ask you, I think, the other side of this question.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Jose, this is Noah. I was just wondering what has been the most difficult thing that you had to realize up until now in your career with modeling?
Could you hear him?
What is the most difficult thing I need to realize up until now?
Yes, that you've learned from your career in modeling.
Oh, damn, Noah. Woo! What is the most difficult thing? I can honestly say the most difficult thing. Most difficult thing is, I believe, trusting people will be it. I don't want to go into details, but not everybody who says that they're with you, if that makes sense, Noah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that will be the most difficult thing. I believe I'm answering your question correctly.
Yes,
Until this point will be that, everybody wants to be your friend after you get to a certain level. Everybody, they say, yeah, he's my best friend, he's this and that, but they haven't been there with you when you were first struggling since day one. And this until now, those same friends still try to connect with me, and they be like, yeah, Jose never gets back to me, blah, blah. I don't know who he think he is. And that has been a difficult challenge. Just reading those messages on a daily,
Oh, wow.
is really discouraging, because it's not that you don't want to, you don't want to dismiss them. It's not that, because I'm not like that. But, if it wasn't there since day one, then why be there now,
Oh, wow,
But, yeah.
that is difficult. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a lot of wisdom there given to you guys,
Yes.
because he's been on a 4-year journey that has been quite a struggle. And, a lot of, most people, it's a struggle to get to where you want to go. So never give up. That's so true. I couldn't agree more with that being words of advice to follow. So, Jose, we're actually kind of nearing the end of this amazing story that you've been sharing with us today. And before we leave, I want to ask if there's anything that's come to your mind that you want to share. And if not, I have couple more questions for you, or one more question for you.
Well, all I just want to say, to all the listeners is just go for your dreams, chase your dreams. I'm a guy with, I don't talk a lot, but I talk a lot in a way. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm a talker, but I'm not a talker. But just go ahead, chase your dreams and go for it. How the young people say, even though I'm 24, by the way, 25 guys, how the young people say, YOLO, you only live once. So go ahead, you only live once. Enjoy life and do what you love.
That's awesome. All right, so I'm going to give you this quote, and I want you to react to it, I guess. It's lonely at the top, so you better know why you are there. So what is your why, Jose?
You said it's lonely in the top.
Yeah, it's lonely at the top, so you better know why you are there, why you're struggling to get there. What is your why? Why are you doing all of this?
I'm doing this for myself, to be honest. I think that's my why. As you guys know, like I mentioned before, I was really insecure about 4 years ago, and I'm just proving to myself that I can make it. And the reason to that, I don't really want to go in depth with a lot of details, but I'm the first one in my family to graduate from school, to go to college. My mom and dad drop out, my siblings as well, and I'm the first one to actually make something of my life. I'm not the type of person that likes to settle for less. I like to achieve more and achieve greatness, That's why I'm doing this by myself. That's why, even though sometimes I feel like I'm alone, but I know I'm not, and that's my reason, And I have a little sister. She is 6 years old. I have another sister. She's 13 years old. And, I have my cousins, my other side of the family that they look up to me, that be like, yeah, that's the famous Ito. And Ito is my nickname. Yeah, that's my famous cousin, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, guys, I'm not famous yet, but I try to encourage them and they look up to me, and I just want to show them, do not settle for less. Go for more, and that's why.
Mm-hmm. And, you're not just inspiring your own family, but because you actually have a platform, there's no telling who you'll inspire with your story. And, I think every big story began with a very personal
Yeah.
mission. So I think that's very noble and very, very great that is your reason. And last question is, what is something you're looking forward to now or in the future?
What I'm looking forward to, in the future, that's interesting. I haven't really thought about that. I'm actually, yes, people say live for the future, think of the future, but I'm kind of like living for the present, thinking of the present type thing. But in the future, I want to be, I want to have my own store, my own local store, JL Styles, how I saw it in my dreams. I want to be a successful business owner, / model designer, and yeah, I think that's my future. Have a beautiful family, and yeah.
Wow, Jose, you are well on your way. If that's your goal for the future, you are well on your way. So, it's been so much fun having you here as the first guest of Dream on JVS Radio. And
Yes.
this is the Dream series, Dream with Princess Zuli series. And I can't wait to see you fulfill these dreams, because you are definitely walking into them. I mean, you're dreaming about them and then they're coming true. And I can totally relate to that. It's not just because you dream it, but dream is where it starts. The dream is where it starts. When you have that vision, then you can actually move toward it and make it happen. So please follow Jose on Instagram. What is your handle?
My Instagram handle is Jose, Jose, Laracuente, Laracuente 97. And guys, I get a lot of questions. I actually give a lot of advice to Instagram about encouraging advice, about modeling, about anything. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I won't mind, talking to you guys, encouraging you guys, giving you advice. I love talking to people. So, yep.
That is amazing. Thank you so much. You're so a beautiful person. Facebook, he has Facebook, and he's got some like traveling YouTube videos, and he's going to continue making more of those, which I really enjoyed watching. And don't forget to purchase some clothing from JL Styles to support this amazing dreamer. So wear it and you'll be inspired. And with that, I will say thank you, Jose, for being here today. It's been a pleasure having you.
Guys. Yes, thank you guys for having me in your radio station tonight.
Wonderful. All right, Jose, take good care. I'll be seeing you around on the walkway.
Okay, thank you. You as well.
Okay. Bye.
Bye,
Good
guys.
night. Good night.
Good night.